The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. Once again, it's your boy, Ruben Brown, in the house. And, of course, I got the usual suspects with me, AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Yeah.
By the way, before we get to Mo B, just win, baby. 63. Wow.
Hey, and the funny part about that game is I didn't see a single play of it.
Are you serious?
I was asleep Thursday. I was like, man, I didn't care about football at all Thursday, bro.
Man, well, just as a feel-good game, it was pretty good. I mean, they started out with turnover after turnover after turnover.
I mean, shit, maybe I need to sleep through all of them.
You probably do. Just saying.
And, of course, Moby. You gonna say hi to the people, man?
I already spoke. I'm good.
I mean, dang, wow, it's like that. That's cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded.
You haven't
Well,
learned these
man.
things yet?
What?
You haven't learned these things yet, sir?
I mean, I'll be trying. You got to give me at least the good old try, you know. But, hey, it is what it is. Well, it's the last episode of 2023, and we got an interesting one for you. But then again, they're all interesting in some form or fashion. First thing I'd like to say is, AG, the family says hi.
Thank you. I missed y'all, man. I did. I missed y'all today.
Yeah, you missed. It was something else too.
I bet it was.
So, all right. So of course I went to my mom's side of the family first, and my dad's side of the family second. And of course, the whole family's there because all you gotta do is say food, and black people come. Free food is especially black people just there. But then again, if you want to be real, if you say free food around the right people, anybody coming. It don't matter what color they are, because if they know people can cook, they get down with that. So
statistically, that is true. I don't.
So, one of the craziest things, right, is on my mom's side, we were at where they grew up. And so mom hit me with some information today and was like, yeah, they built this house when she was 10 years old. And I was like,
are you serious?
Serious. So when she was 10, like, a lot of things make sense because, black family, Pop purchased, call him Pop, he purchased the land and stuff and built the house. So, of course, growing up, when I went there to visit, when I was younger, we didn't have necessarily things like AC. We had storm doors, screen doors. So, when it was hot, open up the windows and open up the door, screen doors, and it is what it is, What the other thing we also didn't have was like a bathroom. And so maybe when I was like, I don't know, like 12, they put a actual bathroom in the house. So of course, for the first, as they say, the first decade of me living, and going, to the house, we had our house, bro. And when you spending the night at 3:00 in the morning and you got to use the bathroom, you had to make some business decisions. But if you a kid, you can't hold your stuff. So you know what you had to do? Put on them shorts and shoes. And if it was cold and wet, You had to put on like a coat and stuff, and you know the the um the outside bathroom wasn't like like 5 feet away. Oh hell no, because that funk can't come to the house, man. That joint was like, I don't know, 50 feet away at 3 o'clock in the morning when you a little kid, right? And me and animals do not get along. So of course, every animal in God's green earth wakes up when you walk out the door, and you're hearing noises, and then you got to go to our house. Ain't no electricity in our house, and the wood cold, and you're hoping that some some small animal don't bite you on the ass while you're taking a dump. And so I appreciate the fact that they finally put a bathroom up in the piece. But I say this, say that went to my dad's side of the family, and yo, man, in both houses, clearly back in the day, I was small because I looked like I was way too big to be in both houses. Because let's be real, I can't touch the ceiling in my house, but there it was like, you know, I'm trying to figure out how some of my uncles who were like 6'3" and 6'4" moved around because I don't get it. But we really just talked about how small shit is now, but when you were small, that shit looked huge and stuff. So I we had some reflection on that today, and I just
That
figured,
is always the case. That is
yeah,
always the case.
Yeah, you ever walk in like your old elementary school or something, or
Oh
middle
man,
school, and it's like, yo, this place look tiny as hell now. The
exactly.
hallways, the lockers.
oh
When
hell
I was
no.
a kid, I'm like, damn, that shit look huge.
I mean, yeah, but I ain't never been back to my old schools. No
No,
point. Hell no. For what?
I asked Lauren to marry me at our old school. That's where we met.
Oh, that's cool.
I walked
But I
in.
ain't never going back to Walnut Hill.
Was it traumatizing?
I mean, first of all, I don't remember most of it.
Warner Hill, you was at the good school, man.
I know that. 'Cause
That's what we used to call.
Hey,
We call Warner Hill the good school, bro.
yeah, but then once I got in like fourth grade, they sent us to Virginia Avenue, and then I spent a year in Peabody. Yeah, so I mean, you're right. You're right. Walnut Hill wasn't a good school. Shout out to mom and dad for living in a decent part of Petersburg. Um, but yeah, man.
Yeah, some of us over there at AP. I'm sorry, it's not AP Hill anymore. Cool Spring Gardens.
Is that what it's called now?
Yeah, it's Cool Spring Gardens Elementary. It ain't AP Hill no more.
I mean, oh yeah, wasn't he one of the Confederate dudes?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they had to be like
The,
not a player.
the AP Hill, the house though that he owns right across the street from J Sarge, his family owned, they
Yeah.
still fly their Confederate flag and have all the AP Hill stuff outside. And I just be like, man, black people quick to like shoot each other up over scuffing up some Pumas or some shit. And this nigga family right across the street from the hood with the AP Hill Confederate flag, and ain't shit happened to that house.
Well, because I think those black people over there realize that those white people got guns too.
Nah, that ain't what it is. They know the police will burn Jay Sarge down if they go over there and mess with them white people.
Well, it's not Jay Sargent anymore. It's something else.
Nah,
Isn't
man, that shit say
Oh
Jay
no, it's
Sarge
John.
or Jay-
No, it's John Tyler that changed their community college name
Yeah.
to like some bullshit. That's
So
all I'm
see,
saying.
you're not talking about Jay Sarge Community College. The apartment complex across the street from it is Jay Sarge. It's JSOJ. I forgot what it's James south of the James or something apartment complex, but they call it Jay Sarge.
Wow. I mean, but yeah, man. No, I just it's wild when you go back to part of places where you grew up and you realize, damn, I lived through all this. I ain't never bitching about nothing.
Bro, that was a mansion when we were kids.
Oh God.
Because actually, I went last time I was there when we had the summer thing last year.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom. I was like, how did it even fit in here, bro?
Man.
It was the smallest toilet I've ever seen. I'm like,
bro, it was like 1, 2, 3. It was 5 of us around the table, man. It won't too much room left.
no.
And then it was just like, the hell? Like, but it was good, man. It was good, that time of the year, seeing family and all that. And, But yeah, man, they told me to hit you up and be like, "What's up?"
What's up,
Yeah,
y'all?
it was good stuff. It was good stuff. So yeah, man, like shit's crazy. I mean, we got the Raiders dropping 6 3 points on motherfuckers. You know,
And the Cowboys showing me that they ain't real yet.
I mean, I was gonna
I've
say
been
that
saying
next.
the whole season. I was like, 'cause I told Lawrence, like when I got home, it's just like, man, it was so bad. What I say? They ain't played nobody. And it's like they played the Eagles. No, they ain't played the Eagles. They played the Eagles with like 3 all pros out on
I
defense.
mean,
They have not played anybody. Now they got the Dolphins and they got the San Francisco 49ers the last season of the game. I mean, of the year. So if they win any of those games, maybe. But it shows me how reactionary the media is, because 4 weeks ago, Dak Prescott was trash, which is not true.
no, it's not.
Yesterday, he was like going to be the MVP if he wins this game.
Yep.
I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
He played like pure booty.
And it's just like, let him
Booty.
first of all, let the team continue the rise in which they're on, which is they've learned how to beat teams handily that they should beat. That is the first step in winning, beating who you should beat. Okay, and I agree. I'll always feel that way. So they made that step. Now they got excited about beating the Eagles, but the Eagles weren't all there, and they haven't really been playing well all season. I appreciate the win, but I knew it wasn't real. Now, as bad as the Buffalo Bills have been this year, they're dangerous
And desperate.
in every way. And it's just like, and y'all going to their place in the rain and cold. If you win this game, then I might think that you're real. And they went out there and got stomped. Now, I heard that a lot of their team was sick. However, it doesn't matter. It's like y'all went up there and got your rear end handed to you. You're not real. So we're going to see what you do when you go down to South Florida and play Miami. If you win that game, okay.
I mean, they already clinched the playoff spot though, so
It doesn't matter. They're not real.
I mean,
I appreciate the winning. I appreciate that. But what I'm saying to you is Dak Prescott for MVP, you're high.
that
Now,
first
is he
off,
playing is he playing very well? Absolutely. Because he was playing well when people were calling him trash.
man, the media don't know what quarterback to give MVP to. Like they would talk about Brock Purdy being the MVP candidate, and I'm like, come on, player.
Hey man,
Brock Purdy.
I mean, the guy does what he's supposed to do. He's better than Prescott right now, as far as I'm concerned. Always has been.
I mean, so the crazy part was like, they were talking about Dak for MVP this week, and I was just like, Dak ain't left Dallas in like what 6 weeks or some shit. So it's like, don't get it twisted. They beat the people on their schedule at home. But if you don't win the NFC East, you're gonna be on the road again. And it's just, I don't know, like I watched part of the game and I was like, this shit's sad. And the Bills are desperate. And it's cold. It's cold, it's rainy. And the first thing I heard was, yeah, we lost to the Bills and the refs. How come every time Dallas loses, there's always the refs in there? Like, I don't understand it. Like, but hey, this is not a shit on Dallas today.
I'll do it for you.
I mean,
They're not
cold.
real.
That's
They're
cold
not
blooded,
real.
man.
And those facts, man, they're facts. They're not real.
I mean,
Not yet. They are ascending, but they are not real.
And they also talked about this week how even though Antonio Pierce is 3-3 since he got a job, how they not gonna get him the job.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like,
absolutely, ain't gonna try that. I mean, come on, man. This is the second time they had a Brown interim coach. It's no.
and
I mean, look, man, in all honesty, man, most interim coaches don't end up with the head coaching job. That's just what it is. Like,
yeah. And
You're
I
not
guess,
wrong, but there's some extra stuff here too. So I'm just saying.
and I wonder if well, I can't think of his name now. Coach of the Commanders. I wonder if he's gonna resign tomorrow.
I heard Rivera was like, somebody told me that somebody else said that he was done. We're talking about
Oh, well, he's definitely not getting like his contract's up it's not getting redone. That's just what it is. But the question is
Is
he
Bieniemy going to be promoted though? That's what I want to know.
and that's why I'm kind of just like I'm kind of like, let's go ahead, give him the interim coach for the next 3 games. But then part of that is also like, man, if he becomes interim coach and he loses all 3, he can forget it. I almost don't want to set him up. I would almost rather they give it to the like.
First
they go
of all,
ahead.
him taking the job for the Commanders, he set himself up.
I disagree.
He took a lateral move to a trash ass organization. He fucked himself.
Well,
And when he goes back to being an offensive coordinator somewhere else, I can't feel bad for the guy. Like, you were offensive coordinator for Kansas City Chiefs, and I get it. You couldn't parlay that into a head coaching job. So your brilliant coaching move was to go to the Washington Commanders, where they had no fucking quarterback, no fucking good organization, a trash ass roster, and then yeah, that'll do it.
well,
I gotta prove that I'm a magician, and I gotta turn shit into sugar to get a head coaching job, man, bro.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? Like, I hear you, but I felt like for the most part, he has done what he was supposed to do, and what he was supposed to do is to get the Commanders to score points, and he has done that. It is not his fault that the defense is just trash ass more than the offense. And I mean,
since when has people graded black people in coaching positions fairly?
Exactly.
So I mean, once again, like,
well, that's what I'm saying,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
you might, from your logical eyes, you'll be like, "Hey, he's done a pretty good job," but all people are going to say is, "Oh man, it was Andy Reid carrying him because." He got away from Andy Reid. Now the offense isn't good. It's like, bro, do you see the roster he had at Kansas City?
However, you could say the other thing. Now that he's gone from Kansas City, their offense is kind of trash.
Nah, man, they can't do that because now they're talking about how terrible the receivers are. So, like, look, man.
I mean, it's the same thing, but it's just focused differently. But I feel you.
Yeah, because he's black.
But the receivers in Kansas City are kind of trash ass. So it's like it sucks both ways. My question, more or less, is going to be, if not him, who? Like, because
you can find a who.
I mean,
that's not him.
That's the problem.
They'll find some hot white offensive coordinator that's been doing it somewhere else, and
I mean, Lord knows
they'll call another one of McVay's friends, because if you're a friend of Sean McVay, you in there.
Well, I like say, can I say this? Thank you. I mean, look, I don't like to see people lose their job, but damn, talking about stretching your limit. I mean, the former coach of the Chargers, bro, like, he made the week 13 of this year, when in the grand scheme of things, he probably should have been done at the end of last year.
Yeah, he was a coach that needed to get fired. That was 500.
Yeah,
even when he was winning, people didn't want to.
How about
get fired?
He's still 500 record coach, which
he is 24-24.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look, he got a better record than some coaches.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, but the problem, this is why I think killed him, is he became too much into analytics. And
all those
hey, man, oh my God, take the 3 points, man. Like, sometimes you just gotta take the 3. It's okay, and it's not like you got the greatest running game ever. Like, don't get it twisted. I like Eckler, but you're not running up the gut with Eckler. And it's not like you got some 260-pound dude that's going to knock off a defensive line out. And it's just like, bro, you just can't. There are times where you gotta take the 3. And he lost a lot of games because he didn't take the 3.
I mean, when does organizational responsibility come into play? Because, I mean, I get it. We want to pile on the coach, but I mean, hasn't this been the San Diego Chargers MO for like the last 25 years?
Well, no, because
I'm sorry, 20 years. They'll get a good roster. I mean, hell, they had LT, Phillip Rivers, #1 offense like 3 years in a row, and they could never do anything in the playoffs. And then we mad at this dude for blowing a big ass lead in the playoffs. Like, bro, when does organizational responsibility come into play?
But here's the thing.
Maybe the problem is the Chargers are the Chargers.
Well, I wasn't even talking about the playoff game. I was talking about like what the game
No,
against
I get it.
Kansas
I
City.
get all the analytics and stuff, but I mean,
Yeah,
look,
it's
at
like,
the same time, the Chargers are the Chargers, baby. He basically just like, hey, look, this trash ass organization, I'm gonna roll the dice every time I get it, man.
well,
Every
see,
time I get it.
and some people will tell you the real mess up is when they fired Anthony Lynn because he
Yeah,
had the Chargers moving up,
he
and
kind of
then
did.
it was just kind of like, nah, bro, we're gonna go with this hot shot McVay dude, and yeah, and then
I
they
mean,
went and got
they thought they were gonna Tony Dungy him. That's what they thought.
yeah, and they didn't
They
work.
they thought they were gonna do what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did with John Gruden, which is have Tony Dungy build an organization for you, build a roster, and swoop in and let the white guy get credit.
And it failed.
I mean, that's what John Gruden's one Super Bowl is. Fuck
I
that
mean,
guy.
I knew that was coming. but yeah, right. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. So it's like, I mean, the biggest part that I'll have to look forward to is where is Jim Harbaugh going? Because that's really what it is. It's the Jim Harbaugh sweepstakes because I really don't know who's
Here-
not coaching now
here's
who
the
is
thing.
worth bringing back.
But here's the thing: if Jim Harbaugh wins a national championship, why would he leave?
That's what I was gonna say. It all depends
Yeah.
on how he does in the playoffs.
Yeah, why would he leave? Like,
Well,
he wins a national championship in Michigan. He's Nick Saban of the North.
Yeah,
It ain't-
but here's the problem with that.
except the Nick Saban of the South. Like, Alabama can't wait to get rid of Nick Saban if he loses 3 games in the season. That motherfucker's
Bruh.
out. He ever loses 3 games in the season.
They wanted his head when he lost 1 game.
Exactly.
But and that's why there's no way Michigan's winning that chip. Not this year. Because the problem is, hey, Michigan were undefeated. You might have cheated, whatever. Your prize is Alabama. Really? Like just looking at his face when he heard that they were playing Alabama left, he was like, man, this is some bullshit. 2 years in a row. They got us with the TCU bullshit. Now they sending Nick Saban after my ass.
How about the fact that y'all lost? They lost against TCU, and if they lose against
Exactly.
Alabama, they lost against Alabama.
Exactly.
So y'all ain't for real yet. Y'all need to beat somebody. They like the Cowboys.
Bro.
Beat somebody.
Man, they played 3 games last year and the number 1 seed in the national championship. That's right. I said 3 games because really the 3 games they played was the Big Ten championship game, the game against Ohio State. I mean, I guess you can call Penn State because they were ranked, even though they kind of beat the brakes off them, only threw the ball like 5 times. But like, yeah, they ain't play. I mean, like I said a couple weeks ago, St. Catherine School of the Blind, man. When you're playing them, and then you want to talk about we're number 1, bitch. Like, no, like, and that is the 1% problem with having people do stuff. But then you can't have analytics do shit because they fuck up too, aka 1999 national championship game after Florida State lost to Miami. Miami ended up being 3rd. Yeah, that was some straight bullshit too. But whatever. I mean, you're just never going to get it right in college. I mean, this 12-team playoff, you might think you're going to get it right, but you're still not. Michigan's still going to play St. Catherine School for the Blind 5 times, and they still going to be the number 1 seed.
But are we trying to get it right?
I don't think we're trying to get it right. I mean, no,
because
we want to get it right. They're not getting shit right.
Why do you think we want to get it right? Bro,
I would like to get it right, but I mean, that's just me.
When you'd like to feel good about it. You don't want to get it right. You just want to feel good about it. You just want all the little guys to feel like they have a chance. And this ain't about that, man.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
about TV, baby. This is
It
about
is.
TV. Florida State, you know why your ass ain't in the playoffs? Because you're fucking Florida State and your quarterbacks are hurt. And they was like, we not about to leave the SEC off. When they look at college ratings, 75% of the college football ratings are in the Southeast. You think they not about to put an SEC team in there?
But see, here's the thing.
Please.
Here's the thing. Everybody keeps saying Alabama. I don't think Alabama was a team that should have been left off.
No,
It should have been Texas.
I wouldn't agree with that either.
The thing is, how you gonna leave Texas out when Texas beat Alabama?
Man.
Texas messed around and lost to Oklahoma.
Exactly. At least Alabama quote unquote lost somebody like who was real. Apparently, they lost to an Oklahoma team that ended up like 12th or something,
So they
and them
lost.
bitches was sorry.
So they lost to their rival. Everybody knows rivalry games are crazy. Alabama almost fucking lost to Auburn in the last game of the season. Like shit
True.
happens.
Almost,
I'm just saying shit like
almost.
rivalry games. Shit happens. It's not
I
about trying.
agree.
You're not trying to get it right. You just want to feel good about it. Like all the Florida State fans are mad because they're like some injustices happened to us. And no, this shit for TV, man. This
Well, I mean,
14 playoff is for TV. The 12-team playoff will be for TV. If they wanted to get it right, they would have made simplified, cut and dry rules.
yep.
They'd have been like, hey, Power 5 conferences, you win your conference championship game, you're automatically in the playoffs. End of story.
Well, they did that with the 12-team playoff now.
No,
So.
no, but what they should have done, even when it was 4, they should have been like, hey, we're going to have 5 teams in the playoffs. It's the 5 division winners. The highest ranked team gets a bye week the first week. There
Well,
you
that's
go.
how they're doing it.
No, I'm
mean,
just saying, if they wanted to
yeah.
do that, they could have done that from the beginning, but they didn't. This was about ratings. This was about every Sunday morning, after week 10, the people are talking about, let's see where they're ranked. And they have a 30-minute fucking special about it on ESPN where they charge all these advertisers millions of dollars just to air commercials during it. They don't give a fuck about finding out who the best college football team is. And most fans, we don't either. We just want it to be our fucking team. This is coming from a Georgia fan because I'm just like, look, I can give millions upon millions of reasons why I'm like, I think it's bullshit that Georgia's not in the playoffs.
I agree with that too.
But you haven't heard me say it once because I'm just like, hey, we lost the conference championship game and Alabama's there. Fuck. Like, I mean, that's what it is.
In a
Damn
word.
Damn Georgia. If Georgia had not lost, Florida State
Georgia
would've been
hadn't
in.
lost and we were having this conversation, but they
Exactly.
did.
Because Florida State would be in.
Yeah. So, football. Enough of that. So, let's get into some real shit. 21 years ago, they came out with the movie Undercover Brother. And I would dare say, and you can be completely against me, I think that movie didn't get enough credit of how almost brilliant that it was. That, the whole movie itself, because it literally satired like everything from race relations to, everything. You put race relations, it just put dots and shit from it. Like it really hit everything. So my question is today, I feel like Undercover Brother affected the world in a much positive way, even more than people even give it credit for. So my question to y'all is, do you agree? And why? Let's start with AG.
No, I don't agree at all. I think it was a great movie, and I think it did what it was supposed to do. But like you said, it's a satirical way of seeing the world, and with a lot of stereotypes.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I read the question, I was like, no, I don't believe it changed anything. I believe that they did a masterful job at producing a movie that was poking fun at our own narrative about the stereotypes about everyone.
Yeah.
And that whole thing with the thing that pokes out to me really, and this thing that I remember, because I hadn't seen this since it first came out on, at the time, video, shows you how old I am. It was like the dude driving the Cadillac with the white leather convertible. I think he was doing stunts because it was a car chase with the orange soda. I was like,
yeah, when he spinned around the park,
bro,
and the orange soda didn't even move.
It was so like I was like, I know black people had something to do with it. This feel racist. I
wish I
remember
could drive
laughing.
like
I
that.
remember in the shower scene with
it's brilliant.
Was it Denise Richards?
And I can't remember her name.
It's the lady from Bernie Mac, right?
Angelou Ellis.
Oh, beautiful. And I was just sitting there going, really, y'all? Really?
I thought it was great.
Everything that was going on in that whole film. I don't think that moved the needle with respect to the question that you asked. I think it was really well done. But I'm not sitting there thinking it changed anything. It was, racially driven satire. It was everything that white folks love to believe about black people. Everything.
And both. I felt like they hit a lot of the, white people believe in black people and black people believe in white people. I mean, I thought it was fair in that respect.
That is, well, you're probably right. And again, I haven't seen it in a lot of years, but I just remember the feeling I had when the movie was concluded. I was just kind of like, okay, this is what we're doing. Okay. But that was funny. That was funny. It's like Mo B says, it's like, if racism is funny, I can halfway tolerate it. So that's what it did to me, but I don't think it affected the world in any way. It was the same thing. Like when I watched Blazing Saddles, which I feel is like one of the most hilarious movies ever, but it's still a satire on who we are as people, especially, black to white relationships, white to black relationships, brown people, all the things. And it's just like, the things I remember from Blazing Saddles, like, well, I'm not going to mention it, but it's just like,
So
yeah, bro, this is kind of like, but it was so funny. You can tolerate it, but it's everything white folks think about black people and everything black people think about white people. So I don't know what it changed, but it's certainly funny.
Moby.
Yeah, I think you just like the movie. Like I'm with AG. Like I don't understand. I don't even understand the question. Like, what about the fucking world was it supposed to change?
Well, I mean, I think it gave a much like I think for me, I think it was
it's not.
kind of like
It wasn't even the first of its kind. Like you
No,
act
no.
like it was trend setting. It wasn't even trend setting.
Well, but I'm saying, like, I thought AG brought up a good point. It's almost like an updated Blazing Saddles type of movie.
I
To a
mean,
point.
I feel like if you look deep enough, you could have made your own question better. Because I think what it did do was it's a cult following movie. Because I
Mhm.
mean, it doesn't have a lot of mass appeal. It's a cult following movie. Like the people who like it love it. But I mean, if anything, it was like a gateway movie to like the entire point of the Dave Chappelle show. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. Like it just and
I
Dave
mean,
Chappelle was actually in the movie, so it was like
yeah,
I almost feel like he creatively probably was like, damn, there's a marketplace for this. Like
after the movie, probably. I mean, but yeah, so I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Like, I feel like see, Black
Hey,
Patricia Adams, I'm gonna have to disagree with that because I think the situation is some of the things that you talked about is very similar that happened in Blazing Saddles in that movie as well. They just talked about it very differently. But I think if I am I wrong,
not
AG?
really. Not like I said. It's because Blazing Saddles was 1972 or three,
Yeah,
and Undercover Brother was like in the
it's 2003,
2003. Okay,
2002, 2003, something like
well,
that.
we're talking about movies that were released 30 years apart, and they were produced by different people, produced and written by different people,
Hmm.
and they are virtually the same film. Like when Cleavon Little comes in to Madeline Kahn's dressing room and they go to sleep together and the lights are off and she says something about how big his dick is. It's like, bro, you can't. I mean, the way it was done, it was hilarious, but it's still talking about stereotypes about black men and their sexuality.
Yeah.
like
It's
when
still the same idea.
like when
So
old girl said that had sex with a black woman and all the guys were like, and then
No, white woman. White woman.
Dave
Was it
Chappelle
everything I hoped and
was
dreamed?
it everything I dreamed?
it's the same thing. So I mean, Black Morticia Adams, I understand you from a certain perspective, but the reality is they're the same type of film. And it will always be funny. It'll never go away. But if another film like that is produced 100 years from now, we will laugh at the same things because people aren't going to get any better with this. And
I mean,
so
hell, like it basically was updating Dolomite. Like that's
Oh
honestly
God,
the whole
Right.
plot of the movie. It was it's
Right.
updated Dolomite.
goddamn Dolomite.
It was the best blaxploitation movie I've ever seen. And like I said, it was really well done from top to bottom, soup to nuts. But I'm not going to sit around and believe that it was nothing new. It was the same idea where we're poking fun at black people, and black people are laughing because some of it is true. And some of it maybe we perpetuate ourselves because that's the image the white man has given us the last 400 years. And I'm sure it's a lot of other things. I'm sure it's an amalgam of things, but the idea is as old as the world is. It's not new. It's not
No,
new.
And racial satire does like two things at the same time. It sparks a conversation amongst usually the oppressed people, and it's like or black people. It's like, hey, yeah, we can laugh at this because we're kind of laughing at our pain, and the white people can look at it and laugh and feel like they're laughing with us when in actuality we're laughing at two different things. Black people are usually laughing at the stupidity of the stereotype, where white people are laughing at it thinking that the stereotype somehow is proven by the fact that we're laughing at it.
yeah,
Yeah. And a lot of things in between.
And then
Yeah,
we
I
don't
mean-
actually have conversation with each other about it. Like, everybody talks about Dave Chappelle being trendy and everything, but black and white people don't actually talk about the Dave Chappelle show and the skits and the significance of it. We talk with each other about it. And, we laugh at it because we like, yo, now some people try to have conversations about it, but in all actuality, like those conversations are usually insincere. I mean, especially when you try to have a conversation with a white person who, quote unquote, is an ally, because sometimes those conversations are even cringe. I'd rather have the conversation with the racist ass white person sometimes than the supposed woke friend of mine.
I mean,
is he wrong?
he ain't wrong.
Because the first time, the thing is for me personally, and I've been through this, it's like the first time you'd start talking about stuff like that, 10 seconds in, it becomes really uncomfortable. Not for me, but for the white person that I'm talking to, it's just like, what are you talking about? Because I take it to a place that's dark immediately, because that's what we're doing here. They just don't know. Like I said, I had a friend of mine I went to school with that saw Get Out. I saw Get Out and I saw a totally different thing. She's saying to me, that was scary. And I was like, that's your takeaway? Got dark instantly. Instantly, because I'm like, you idiot. That's all you saw?
That it
I
was
thought you
scary.
were smarter than that. What? Who are you right now? But you know what? You know who
Black-
she
black-
is?
black
She's
people
a
look-
white person in America. That's who she is.
Woke ally. She's your woke ally.
She's not woke. She's asleep. She thinks she's awake. She's sleepwalking.
I mean, I
Because
was
if
like,
you tell me you saw Get Out and all you were was scared, this is not Scream. This
I was
is a commentary on slavery, black people, and everything in between.
I
It's
just said
like
that's that
the white
bullshit.
savior that's
Yeah.
like not real. All the things.
Most black people saw that and we was like, yo, that is a great microcosm exaggeration of our actual fucking reality.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's not bullshit.
And that's why having those conversations with white America gets dark instantly, and it gets so uncomfortable because they think this is made up. This is not made up, sir. This is not made up, ma'am. This is happening today. Like when I get in a conversation about what were we talking about the other day at work?
Can't be good.
Where they just ended it. Good gravy. Letting black and brown get into schools over white people on purpose.
Oh, the education system using race qualifiers for
Yeah, but what's the
admitting
name for it?
colleges?
Affirmative action.
Thank you.
Yeah, affirmative action.
And it's like, yeah, I don't believe in affirmative action. This is like, okay. And I was like, I don't either. And they're like, you don't? No, I don't believe in affirmative action. Okay, that's really interesting. I said, yeah, you know why I don't believe in affirmative action? Because I think everybody should get into school if you earned it. I said, that's what I feel like too. And now I said, well, hold on. The reason why I don't believe, the reason that there is affirmative action, I believe it has to be that way, is because I can't trust you to do what you're supposed to do.
So yeah, affirmative action exists because for the most part, white people in power can't be trusted.
Exactly. And that's where the conversation got dark instantly. And it's just like, what's wrong, man? And it's just like, what do you mean you can't, dude? If I leave you to your own devices categorically, if I leave you to your own devices, do you really think you're going to pick somebody that looks like me over somebody that looks like you? That's not even human nature, sir. I can't trust you to do the right thing. That's why affirmative action exists. That's why it's terrible that it went away. Do I believe in it? No, but it has to be there because you are not trustworthy. Darkness.
Did you really say you?
Yes.
Damn,
all
cool.
day.
That's cool.
It's true.
I just saying it wasn't.
Like, and he understood.
I try to get really specific with it. Like, basically, white men in power can't be trusted.
No white person in power can be trusted.
And if they want to get mad at me, I'm just like, hey, just look at history, man. Y'all love watching the History Channel. Every major confrontation generally happens because there's some white person in charge who can't be trusted.
Darkness. And that's why we have the CRT thing. No one wants to, everybody's changing the history because human nature does not chase discomfort.
CRT, man.
I mean,
because chase discomfort. We people want to be comfortable, and as soon as you start talking about some stuff that y'all did, got your name written all. Now everything is cool when it's a good thing and you're dominating and all things are lovely, but when the dark side of what you've done comes out, all of a sudden we can't talk about it no more. Dark.
Like when the states in the South was like, hey, we'll free the slaves, but you've got to give us time. Motherfucker, if we'd tried to give y'all time, we'd still be picking cotton right now.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, look at Texas.
Exactly. Like, we celebrate a whole fucking day in Texas.
Because of Texas.
When them niggas found out a year late.
No, 2 years.
It was almost.
I want to be real specific.
It's almost
2 years later.
Yeah, and we celebrate that shit.
I mean, what happened to the Pony Express, man? I guess they didn't make it there.
And then we talk about CP time. No, let's talk about white state time. Y'all niggas is late. You know, we say we'll be there in 5 minutes. We might get there in an hour. Y'all niggas said we'll be there after a while, and 2 years later, y'all was like, oh shit, we forgot.
We forgot.
We forgot. Okay.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
Well, like I say, man, it's just one of those things where I don't necessarily think it was earth shattering. I think it was really well done and it was really, really funny. But it's just another notch. It doesn't move the needle. It doesn't do anything except be entertainment. But the entertainment has a dark side. And if anybody wants to talk about it, strap in because it's dark.
It's the same way when people talk about the Dave Chappelle show, talk about how it's lasting impact. And I'm just like, nah, man. It was a great, like, it's one of the greatest sketch comedy shows ever, but they weren't really doing too much stuff different than in Living Color, except the fact that he said nigga like in every skit.
Yeah, truth. But I will say the thing with the thing, I forgot the dude's name, but when he did the character where he was the blind Klansman.
Yo, bro, that's brilliant.
Oh my God.
Shit's so brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
awesome.
White power.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out. White power. Yeah.
Woo.
He took off his mask and people's heads were blowing up.
Exactly.
But the brilliance of that skit was
Exactly.
like the people around him knew he was black, but they was like, hey man,
keep the mask, keep your mask on, man.
He's so important to the cause.
and I say that at work all the time. I was like, white people that are Republicans, like legit modern day Republicans, have a lot of value. I said, how's it what you talking about? I said, man, look, if you are a black man that agrees with the modern day Republican and all his racial glory or racist glory, the value that you have is this. He believes it, so it must be right.
Yep. You get to prove everything true because you get to be a spokesman for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who doesn't agree with you is just too fucking dumb to get it.
There it is.
God,
value. You have value. And so, yeah, seeing that skit, and I remember laughing, but I remember being really, really kind of like, this is dark and this is deep. Y'all just laughing. Y'all ain't seeing it. I'm not saying that no one did, but I'm saying a lot of people laughing like, y'all ain't see that.
And that was the
whew.
first skit.
Ooh.
That was a first skit on the first episode, and I was like, "All right, this is what we're doing now. This is awesome," you know. And then all the way up to the race draft,
I mean, basically,
for shizzle.
Dave Chappelle's whole show was basically like, "Hey, niggas is racist, and we gonna laugh at it." And AG, you're right. Like the Republican thing, like, look, man, the Republican Party has a place for Clarence Thomas. Like he's the guy.
He is.
Fuck that guy.
He's the
I'm sorry.
standard. He's the standard. Matter of
Absolutely.
fact, like he is the standard.
Absolutely. Because see now affirmative action needed to go away, and Clarence Thomas, ironically enough, he had a hand in destroying it.
Hey man, I was
Because according to him, he's never received anything.
Yeah, okay.
To affirmative action.
Okay. He's high and he's very cute. I'm asking my mom if I can keep him. But what I'm saying,
nah, you should ask mom, can we get that nigga back?
Something.
But
the thing is, it's like white America will always be able to look to him and go, see, he did it. What's wrong with y'all? Okay. If that's what we're doing, man. Okay. Because it's like because my cousin, I love this dude. I do. It was heartbreaking to stop talking to him. But he fits in that category. And I remember when he was young, their family was put in the newspaper when they moved to a very, very, very white town. And at the time when I was a kid, I was confused. I was like, who makes the paper just because you moved there? 2 weeks ago, it dawned on me. I was like, bro, this entire state, especially in its suburbs of a large city, were full of covenant suburbia. And what that means is it's a godly term that makes you feel like, oh, all these devout people. No, there's no one devout. What this is a covenant is you sign a contract, part of your mortgage. The underwriters make you agree to the fact that you will not promote or ascribe to Black people moving into certain neighborhoods. That's what a covenant town is. There's one in Hampton, and we live right next door to it, Ruben. So it's just like, that's why they were in the paper, because that's a way to say, look, we're not racist. Sure you are. Black people made the paper. They almost made the front news of the smaller paper because they moved there. So if you don't think that there's darkness here, you're high.
Yeah, the new redlining is done through homeowners associations.
Absolutely.
Because them motherfuckers don't even have to obey by law.
Yeah, fuck them.
They're above the law. So again, like I said before, it's something that, like I said before, the last couple of weeks, it finally dawned on me why my cousin's family made the paper just because they moved to a part of town or a certain town in a certain state. And I was kind of like I said, I was baffled. But until, just like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting around thinking about it, and I was like,
they thought they was moving on up.
Yeah, exactly.
To the suburbs.
But no, because if you know anything about Michelle Obama and her experience, she was telling a story about her dad, and they were gonna move to the suburbs and move out of the city, and the reason why they chose not to, or maybe it took them a little longer to do so, is everything that I'm saying. And so for people to, again, if you live life in a certain colored skin, it's hard to see. It's even harder to accept that that's a real truth. But whether you accept it or not, it's still happening. And you're part of the evil. Not that you're actively being evil, but you're kind of sleeping, you're sleepwalking, and you're just part of the machine. So just saying. Just saying.
Man. Stay away from HOH, bro. Some shits are the worst.
Good luck with that, because most of the all new residential areas, I think like 70% of the residential areas being made in the country have HOAs now.
Yep. They're at least $150 a month for somebody to tell you what to do on your own property.
Bro.
It's the funny thing about that is the most least patriotic thing in the world. And then you got people out here talking that foolishness they're talking, but you paying an HOA fee. Are you for real? Go sit down.
Oh man. So Black Portia Allen's been talking. So I still call white men the man and white women milk of magnesia. God bless America.
I never heard of milk of magnesia.
I've heard
I
that.
have, yeah.
Yeah, that's some.
And it's still funny. Still funny.
Most of them woke folks be sleepwalking, as AG said. Back over, grandma waking up in the car scared me. Which part of Get Out was it scares you? Me, the parts you missed. Oh shit, man! I've seen Get Out twice because I can't watch no more of it. It's, I'll give what is it? Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. I'll give him credit, man. He knows how to take some shit and turn it into cake, but that shit ain't for me. I haven't even seen Us. I can't bring myself to do it.
You don't want none of that, sir.
I actually didn't even like Us.
I mean,
I think Us is overrated personally, but
but the thing about it,
at the time Jordan Peele was on a roll.
Yeah, he was just hot. You know what I'm saying? He was hot.
I saw Get Out, and I was like, I ain't watching nothing else for this month. I ain't seen Nope either. I was like, nope, I can't.
Nope is not that bad. Get Out wasn't as bad, but Us, you don't want any parts of Us.
It looks like a mental thriller, and I can't do that.
Let it go.
And then the way it ends, which really is the ending, it's
this, because it's like, is that real or is that Memorex? And if you ever watch it, you'll understand what I'm saying. Because the little kid sitting in the car looking at are you mate? Ooh, and then it's over. Yeah, and then you got to see the movie to understand what I'm saying. I'm trying not to tell nothing.
I don't know, man. I ain't never watched that.
Hey, but AG, but when the end of it, wasn't it like so unfulfilling? The ending is like,
I mean,
it's like, damn, what did we just watch this movie for? It's like, oh, I get what you're saying, but I expect the ending.
You know what? The only thing that bugged me about the ending to me was the people holding hands across
the way. Yeah.
That's the thing because like when the kid was sitting in the passenger seat, they had just escaped all this trouble, and he doesn't know if that's his real mom or if that's his parallel universe mom, and it's like you're like.
And neither do we. It's like, hey,
exactly.
Your guess is good as ours.
Bro, I was sick because Lauren and I saw that in the movies. We was like, what? So, like I said, man, it was it was pretty good. I will agree it's a little overrated, but I think, like I said, I think Jordan Peele was on a real win streak at the time. But Ruben, don't do it.
What's that movie that when they were capturing people and it seemed like it was back in the day, but it was current times.
You know who any of the players or
the woman who did that yoga song, Janelle Monáe, she was in it. It began with an A. I don't think it's Amsterdam, but it was.
Wait a minute, was this one that had Jamie Lee
Antebellum?
Okay,
bro. Oh, I never saw.
Ooh,
was that good?
It was. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, that shit was fucked up though. That shit was real fucked up. Like, yeah, it's worth watching. It's worth watching because it's just like. Even though the way they got kind of all broke out could have been might be the lamest way possible, but just going through it and you not completely really truly understand what the hell's going on until A happens, and then it's just like, yeah, it's like what the fuck, man, and then you just ready for people to die. after
wow,
that.
you ready for people to die?
Oh man, yeah. Once you get to a point where when it breaks open, when it hits the climax of the movie, you're just like, oh, motherfuckers got to die.
I mean, in all honesty, I watch a lot of movies and TV shows, and I get to that I want everybody to die point real quick. And
Why do they gotta die, man?
I don't know what that says about me, but like, yeah, like when you're watching a suspense movie or something, and there's a character that's just acting irrational, because I'm just like, yo, I just know if some cataclysmic catastrophe happened and everybody in the streets is going wild and crazy,
Yeah,
I'm probably the person you want to be around because I have no time for irrationality. If somebody on my camp starts freaking out and is about
got
to
to
do
go.
something stupid out of fear, I'm killing them immediately because I don't have time to die because your ass is irrational. You know, like when you're trapped and there's always that one person in the movie that's freaking out. It's like, well, what are they gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't want to die. Kill them now. No. A slap won't do. You got to get rid of them, and then you gotta look around at the room and you gotta go, hey,
Anybody else?
does anybody else need to have a freak out moment?
He said he
I
got
mean, no bullshit. When old boy worked on Get Out, when he woke up in the chair with his eyes all jacked up, I was just like, if I ever get out of this shit, motherfuckers dying. Like it's just regardless. Either I'm dying or they dying. Because this shit ain't about to happen like this.
So I'll give you another example. So my wife is big in Walking Dead, all the Walking Dead series and
Oh,
everything. And don't get me wrong, I get it. The characters are interesting and everything, but I can't watch it because I just can't watch it because the fact that Negan is still alive,
bro.
that shit don't sit well with me. He didn't even do nothing to me. But all the shit Negan did to all them people, and then he just kind of rolls with him now. No,
I
fuck.
haven't watched a lot of it, but I know what you're talking about. I was
when Negan's redeeming himself, he's not really that bad at first. I don't give a fuck. You are your actions, sir. You were slaughtering motherfuckers for no goddamn reason and laughing about it. You can't roll with the team, bro. You got to die.
I'm gonna shoot you dead. Then I'm gonna separate your head from your body so you ain't coming back.
I'm gonna do what you did with some of the zombies. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna cut your head off, and I'm gonna put it on the stake as an example to anybody else who thinks this is the way to do things. No, this is what happens when you do this irresponsible shit. You die.
Note to
Tell them how
self.
you really feel, sir. Tell them how you really feel.
Note to self. Zombie apocalypse. Don't freak out around Tico about a movie because that shit ain't happening.
Bro,
ain't trying to die.
Look, the moderate freak outs, I'm cool. But when the freak out characters that just are constantly doing the irrational shit, you're like, hey, we can't go over there. I know your friend is over there, but if we go over there, we're all gonna die. And then 5 minutes later, you trying to sneak out to go over there? Fuck that. You dying too.
You by yourself.
Yeah, you know, because you can't let them go by themselves because they're gonna fuck it up for you. You got to eliminate the cancer. You got to eliminate the cancer.
All right.
Man, you feel some type of way.
Yo,
bro.
Literally,
I kind of agree with him, man.
There are movies and shows where I just be watching it and I just be like, yo, I can't even watch it no more. And it's not that I'm like emotionally invested in the show. It's like at that point in time, the show just becomes, and even though I know it's a fiction show, but the show just like doesn't even reflect human reaction to me because I'm just like, nah, you can't tell me out of all 20 of y'all people, there ain't at least one motherfucker up there that thinks like me. Like, hey, this nigga can't roll with us no more.
Oh yeah. Like I said, man, when he was on in the chair and his eyes were jacked up, the first thing I would have thought is, man, that girl, the girlfriend, oh, she gonna be the last one to die because I need to take care of everybody else, and I want to save that bitch for last. And it's just like, yeah, there was because, yeah, he didn't understand, but she allowed that shit to happen, and it was just like, bro, if I ever get out of here.
Yeah, it ain't just get out, it's get out and get back.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have been fine blowing that place up with me in it. I wouldn't have had no issues. Not at all. But yo, See, and that's the messed up part about that movie, because that messed up that really, I feel like, put a lot of distrust in people. Because now you gotta think twice. Is this bitch playing me?
First of all, I think that distrust was already there, which is why the movie works so well. The movie works so well not because it creates a feeling, it's because it brings a feeling that was already there. It brings a
I don't know
certain
about.
it brings a certain look, even if it's a small microcosm of like all of those race type things brings back just a little bit of a natural distrust that both races have, like all races have towards other races. It's like, it's like that black guy that's like, hey, I'm cool with white people, but you know, when that time come, I'm gonna be the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's always that one militant dude that's just ready. He's ready for the uproar.
David Chappelle's character. Because remember in the movie, they was like, all right, we're going to get him. He was like, all right, everybody, revolution up in this bitch.
Exactly. There's always some revolution guy that's just like, and that feeling is in you already. There's nothing that happens that brings that out of you. You're just kind of looking for an excuse to find it.
I mean, that's fair. AG?
Not wrong.
Also,
I mean, not wrong. I mean, I didn't think it would get this deep, but no, not wrong. Not wrong at all.
really, Black Morticia albums, Abraham? Somebody
Because
got
I spent 3 seasons watching The Walking Dead, so I mean, it was too much for me, man.
yeah.
But I do understand some of the things that Mopi is saying. I do, especially that one about when you would start talking about, because it's like it bothers me too when it's a group of people running from somebody. It's always 1 or 2 people. Usually one person freaks out and ruins it for everybody.
No, man.
You have the perfect hiding spot, and then somebody starts, crying, and I'm like, what? And then the enemy gets you because somebody made some noise. I'm like, yeah, you got to go. You got to put them on. You got to put them down. But that's hard to do because it's usually a woman. You gonna shoot a woman in the face?
I mean, if it's her or zombies, man.
Yeah,
yeah, she got to go. Never mind.
Here's the thing. I was gonna say if it's got to be me or her, but honestly, realistically, no, that's not what it's about. Because I'm always looking at Walking Dead. A lot of those people still had pieces of their family with them. You got your son. Yeah, I'll shoot a bitch in the face if it has to do with me and mine. Yeah, and I won't lose an ounce of sleep over it.
You know what? I was going to ask you, would you shoot Winter if she started freaking out? I can't see you doing that.
If it's me and my daughters and Winter's freaking out, I'm going to go, Winter, this is your one warning. Because if I got to make a decision between you and them,
later.
And here's the thing, I fully expect that to be vice versa too. If she got to make a decision between me and them, I expect to be the one that gets axed. Like I expect to be the one that gets taken out.
Okay. This is like I said, as you were talking, I was like, would he shoot Winter in the face and she freaked out and made some noise?
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Ouch. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey,
I've been Drago up in here.
Hey, there's one episode of Walking Dead where they're like running from the zombies together, and like literally, I always had thought this, and I was like, it makes me a terrible human being to think like this. But when it happened in the show, I just like chuckled. Like they're running from the zombies, and literally, old boy just looks at the other guy, shoots him in the leg, so the zombies can just eat him, and then he just keeps going. And I've always thought, like, yeah, I ain't got to be faster than the zombies. I just got to be faster than you.
So dark, man. What in the world? But you know what? It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
So Moco Cowboy asked, anyone see the new trailer for Civil War? What is that?
That sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
No, I've never heard of it. So
Civil War.
I mean, I assume it's not Marvel Civil War. So
no.
So maybe it's some reenactment of history shit that I'm never gonna watch anyway. And Black Morticia asks,
the trailer just came out like 4 days ago.
Black Morticia, I was supposed to know how many.
I just saw like the first 15 seconds of this trailer, and I understand why he's asking about it because it's like
Oh.
literally talking about a catastrophe. And yeah, okay.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Now I
New
want to watch
people-
that trailer. Now I want to watch that trailer so I can be mad the whole movie.
I want to. I want to ask how. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. People ask for the tickets to see the American Society of Magical. What? Any ideas, people? Because I ain't got none.
I don't know what American Society of Magical is.
Man, making us
Me.
do Google stuff, man.
I know. That's what I got now. I got to
Yeah, yeah. She also says, no matter who it is, I'm gonna last as long as I can if you tweak.
Hey, I feel you. Like that's how I think too. Like, look, you ain't gonna mess this up for me.
Wow, that's what it is. I get called that now. I mean, no, I ain't never heard of American Society of Magic, but you
I have seen this trailer before.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
but they don't air it much lately.
Probably because it's a red band joint. Is it pretty gruesome?
I didn't feel like it was.
American Society of Magical
Negroes.
Oh, yeah.
She left out that word, Negroes. Yeah, I remember this about like maybe a month ago.
Yeah, that sounds like something I probably wouldn't watch.
It was in rotation, but then they stopped airing the commercial. I don't know why.
I mean, because it said Negroes in it. I don't know.
Well, they started out saying Negroes in it.
Oh, yeah.
But it looked good.
Oh, I did see this trailer. Okay, yeah.
What's it about?
Right.
I don't really know what it's about. Is it like a Percy Jackson with black people in it? I mean, what is this? What is this supposed to be? No, I'm not trying to be funny.
I know, but as soon as you said it, I was like, "Damn, that kind of does seem like what it is."
Wow, a release date, March 22nd. Yeah, American Society of Negroes.
Airing the trailer because it's going to be so far.
Well, it's March 22nd, but on January 19th, it's going to be at the Sundance Film Festival.
Ah, there you go. Because like I said, I remember seeing it like maybe before Thanksgiving last month.
Let's see. A young man gets recruited into a secret society of magical black people who dedicate their lives to making white people's lives easier. What?
your face when you read that.
Making white people's lives easier?
Yeah.
Was this Bagger Vance?
Well, Justice Smith and David Allen Greer's in it, so it's probably economy.
Okay, now I know I got to see it now.
I mean,
I wanted to see it when I saw the trailer.
I was about to say, damn, is it like a biography of Clarence Thomas? Like, that's what it. I mean, that description sounds pretty right in the line.
Oh, so apparently in the trailer, it says that white people are the most dangerous animal. Wow.
I mean,
all right.
I don't even understand what it's about, but I know I got to see it.
Wait a minute. So they were upset about that?
I mean, Fox News is.
Why?
That's Fox News.
Aren't white people the most dangerous?
It looks like Harry Potter for woke racists. One account on social media observed. Oh man, if Fox News is hating on it, I need to see it. Yeah. The trailer begins with black protagonist who is described as uncomfortable as he walks through a room full of white people and is recruited to the secret society of African American wizards. His tutor Roger explains that the premise of the society is to protect white people from discomfort in order to prevent them from doing harm to black people. I don't know if I want to see it now.
That sounds fucking hilarious to me.
Now I really want to see it.
Maybe it's a new version of Undercover Brother.
I mean, because if white people are going to be offended at that statement, I mean, I'm sorry, white folk, but that's what black people do all the time. Like, black people, when we get pulled over by police, we don't have weapons or anything, and we trying to make them not feel uncomfortable. That's a reality.
That is black. That is the black condition. You want to stay alive, make white people feel comfortable. That's virtual and actual. So I don't know.
Yep, because he says that white people feeling uncomfortable precedes a lot of bad stuff for us. That's why we fight white discomfort every day, because the happier they are, the safer we are.
That's a true
Okay,
statement.
I don't know. I want to see the trailer.
Yeah, that is a
That's a true statement.
amazingly true statement.
So I don't know if this is a comedy or what it is.
Oh no, it's a comedy, probably wrapped up in a lot
Truth.
of truth and satire, but it's a comedy trying to hit on like serious topics.
Yep. And of course, one guy on Twitter says, "What kind of racist, shitty bullshit movie is this?" Yep. There you go. Last name is
Well,
Butkowski.
if it was racist, it'd be a movie you'd actually want to see. Because if you're saying stuff like that about a trailer, you're probably a racist white person.
Another dude says the thing that is going to do wokeness is how cringe it is. We should almost be thanking Hollywood and the media for this at this point, as they become more cringe with this racist woke BS. More people wake up and search out alternatives. Only lunatics would want this.
I mean, most of the time, people's alternatives to wokeness is racism.
Yeah.
And I wish white America would just stop saying woke, because like,
No, I don't want to. I don't want that, because then I want. It's a dog whistle.
you're
I know
right. You're right.
all
Because,
when you say that.
you're right. Because when I hear a white person say woke, I already go, yeah, you can't be trusted.
Is he wrong, Ruben? He ain't
I
wrong.
didn't say he
Look,
wasn't.
look,
It's just funny the way he says it.
I got no problem saying I judge white people on a daily basis. I do. Like, there's a certain level of judgy and predetermined conditions that I have that I just feel are necessary for survival. And if you're gonna tell me that makes me a racist, all right. Cool. I mean, I also have a fear of large groups of white people and alcohol. I mean, some might say that's unfounded, but I'd say, hey, based on all of my experiences, large groups of white people and alcohol never end well for people that look like me. Hell, it never does usually end well for people that look like them.
It just don't end well for anybody. And that's true.
Trying to lie.
Oh my God. And see, y'all were questioning my question.
Because I'm just gonna say,
The
like,
question still is not. I still disagree with the question, but I mean,
I'll pose the question to y'all too. Like, this movie is super old and it's not even a good movie. But y'all remember the movie Roadhouse, right?
Oh God.
you didn't think Roadhouse was good?
For its time, it was good. If you watch it now, it does not age well.
Okay,
Well, you know they remade it, right?
is that the one with Ronda Rousey as the bouncer?
I
Or
thought
did
they
that ever come to a fruition?
I don't think that came to fruition. I thought they remade it as again, but it wasn't Patrick Swayze.
If they remade it, I don't want no parts of it. But
Anyway, what's your question?
my question was, like, would any of y'all go to that establishment?
Unless the only way you would catch me in that establishment is if I was delivering alcohol, and then I would be, that's my job. If I had to go there, I would probably be the beer guy.
Yeah,
I'm not going in that place as a patron ever.
I'm not even delivering them beer. I'm gonna do them like the pizza places used to do us back in the day when we called from an address that they didn't deliver to. Hey, you can come pick it up at the corner.
There it is.
You can come pick it up at the entrance. Yeah, Ruben, your motherfucking ass. Y'all didn't deliver to the neighborhood that I lived in when you was working at.
Who's y'all?
Some of the establishments you worked at didn't deliver to the neighborhoods that I was in.
Are you talking about in Petersburg?
Yes.
Hell no, because we can out there. Y'all stop jumping, motherfuckers. Maybe we come and deliver pizza. Fuck all y'all. No, man. I ain't never been jumped, but people have been jumped out there, all for like $20 because we don't carry no money on us for real.
So that's how I would treat that Roadhouse establishment. Hey, y'all niggas can come up here and pick it up from the exit.
I mean,
the exit.
Yeah, man.
First
matter of fact, I might have left it at old boy's car shop that got blown up at the beginning. Hey,
wow,
you can go deliver it to them, right? I'll have you sign for these bottles of liquor, sir.
Man, All I'm saying is
Roadhouse.
that shit's in the middle of the goddamn woods. Hell no, I ain't going there. I mean, if I want to be strung up, maybe, but no.
But I'm just saying, as a kid, those were the images of drunk white people that I had growing up. You know what I'm saying?
And those images would be real.
Yeah, and those people looked unstable to me. So as I got older, large groups of white people, like when I went to a certain university, when I was at a certain college, that there was only like 60 of us black folk there, and everybody be like, "Hey, you want to come to the frat house to drink and have fun?" No, because none of that shit sounds fun to me.
He said black folk.
Well,
none of that shit sounded fun to me because I had these.
I would say this.
By the way, I'm sorry, Ruben, by the way, Roadhouse, now that I'm thinking about it, had exactly 0 black people in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would.
Not even extras were black. Yeah, so okay.
Like, look, growing up in the 80s, I had very, like, we talk about the negative images that black people have on TV and shows. I had very negative images of white people in the 80s. Like, I thought drunk white people at the bars just want shit with everybody. And I thought white people sincerely didn't have any problem that they couldn't solve by getting in their IROC Z28 T-top and driving down the coastline while some power rock ballad was coming on. I felt like there was no problem that existed in their life that they couldn't just take a drive in their Camaro by the ocean and they didn't come out with some great resolution. Like, because that's what the montages showed.
And go to the houseboat.
One or the other. They came back with clarity.
Does it have to be an IROC Z20?
This guy's a fool, man.
Like they couldn't do it. He couldn't do it in a Subaru. He had to.
Hold on. It was always a T-top or it was always a muscle car convertible.
It was always in Miami or California.
Exactly, and they were always driving down the coastline.
You're not wrong.
And when they came back, they had solved everything.
Yep.
Like they had clarity. They would give you that montage. They'd be driving. The music would be playing. You'd see the side profile. You see the front profile. And next thing you know, they kicking somebody's ass in the finale. And you just like, hey, that's how white people get shit done in the 80s.
Yeah. And then Lesson Zero came out.
Ooh. I love that movie, but I can't see it no more. Oh, you took me to a dark place, man.
Because that movie is dark as hell.
Oh, man. Why'd you even really?
I mean, that's the contradiction of everything Moby just said.
Sir, that was an anomaly. The anomalies happen in every statistical analysis, man. Like that was a one-off, sir. That was a one-off.
Pull up to the light and your friend dead. Oh my goodness. Why, man? Why?
Bruh. Like
I saw that
like,
in the movie.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Affects me, man.
That was one of those movies I saw that after that I told myself, Ruben, you ain't never doing drugs. Fuck that. Because
my man
Robert Downey Jr. went through some shit.
He did.
And he over here sucking penises for some blow and stuff. Nah, never.
That movie was hardcore, man.
Never.
Yeah, looking back at that now, you'd be like, damn, Tony Stark went through some shit before he became Iron Man.
And that's what made it. Yo, in the comic books, which they never really got into on the show,
he was an alcoholic.
He was an alcoholic.
Like,
and he
almost cost him everything. Shit almost cost him everything too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He would be.
He had that excessive personality, so I get it.
Yeah, and a black guy took a suit. That would be Rhodey.
Wow.
He was Iron Man for like 50 episodes until he got clean.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Tell me something today.
I mean, but yeah, man. So yeah, for every Roadhouse, there's a Less Than Zero, bro.
No, there's not. No, that's an anomaly because I can name several movies like that. You've got one. You've got one.
He's not wrong. He's not
another one. Wall Street.
Oh, that's my best man. That's the movie to me. But Wall Street did not end like Less Than Zero, though.
I was just about to say, like,
no, it did.
It totally
could have. It could have.
No, it wasn't never going that way. You're talking about two alpha males, and no.
Yeah,
but man. Wall Street is amazing.
Less Than Zero said, "Ruben, you ain't never doing drugs. Literally, no bullshit." After seeing that, nope.
Because after people saw Wall Street, they wanted to commit securities fraud.
Yeah.
Greed is good. So no, it was a different movie, sir.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally different movie. But honestly, man, that's why I have an affinity for power rock ballads, man. Because back in the day, I was just like, hey, these power rock ballads got power, apparently, man. Because you listen to these shits and you be all right.
No, you'll still have problems, sir.
I once again, this is kid me looking at the movies, thinking this montage, they figure shit out.
You
Like
right.
all I need is a convertible and a long winding road near the beach, and I'm fucking straight.
I mean, the PCH did solve a lot of problems in the movies in the 80s. Sure. You're right about that. You are so right about that. I'm just weak. I rock Z28.
Your Firebird with the Firebird logo on the
Oh
hood.
man, stop it. Oh.
Your powder blue Mustang with the top down.
Hey man, Better Off Dead had the 69 Camaro, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want my
Camaro.
$2. I want my $2.
Oh God! All right, gentlemen.
You got the car and the girl in Dodger Stadium at the end. Absolutely.
I'm
So
just saying, like back in the day, if you had, I thought all teenage white people got some convertible or some muscle car for their 16th birthday, because like damn near every movie, that's what they had.
I mean, and it continued with my Super Sweet 16. If you didn't get a car, you got yelled at.
16 Candles wasn't that way.
No.
She did get the dude in the end, though. She got the dude she wanted. But
see, the thing in that's late 90s. I'm talking about 80s, baby. Like
no,
the
that
80s.
was
16 Candles is the
Oh
80s.
shit,
Molly
that's
Ringwald,
80s.
bro.
It is 80s. God damn.
Come on, man. The Breakfast Club, baby.
Breakfast
Come on.
Club. Yeah, I was about to say
Club,
Breakfast Club, man. Sorry.
I mean, but yo, for every nerd who thought they couldn't succeed, when he put the panties up in the bathroom and show all the other nerds, greatest
Victory.
day ever.
Victory.
He was like,
And
yo,
then
He had a white person GTD moment. Got the draws.
He was like, yeah, let me get those draws. What?
Hey man, he got the girl in the end though, for real.
He did. He did.
He really did. I was
because
impressed.
the other dude sucked. So
no, he didn't, because he went with Molly Ringwald's character. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know any of these people's real names. Y'all be rattling off actors and actresses' names, and I'm just like, I don't know anybody's name.
Well, because all the John Hughes movies, there was Molly Ringwald. There was
when you're talking about them, I'm just piecing together and taking context clues so I know what character y'all talking about. But when y'all say their real name, I'll be like, you need to give me their character name in the movie.
and then at Breakfast Club, when Judd Nelson put his hands up at the end of the movie.
Yeah. That is a moving scene. It is. There's no IROC Z28 involved.
No,
that's true. That's true.
And all it really actually I think it probably romanticized Illinois, Chicago, and its suburbs, because all of those movies took place in Illinois.
Oh yeah, because back then Chicago won't shit, so they need some help.
No, he didn't. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't understand that statement either.
Wasn't it all in the suburbs of Chicago? Suburbs of Chicago?
Yeah. Since when is the suburbs of Chicago bad?
No, I'm saying like Chicago back then. Chicago wasn't really, of all the like major cities and stuff. Chicago wasn't what you would think it wasn't top 5 probably back then, because nothing really they didn't do a lot of movies from there. They didn't do a lot of stuff because it was either
they did
Miami.
Like all the movies from there.
No, I'm talking about like as far as being put on the map, because everything was either in California, it was either in New York, or is in Miami back then. Some of your major teen movies, all that. Those were you're right. Those were the ones that were in the suburbs of Chicago. But before then, you really can't name any other Chicago movies.
Yeah, Risky Business.
I can name you a lot of Chicago shows too, like Family Matters, Roseanne. All that was suburbs of Illinois.
Yeah, but that's 90. That's the 90s. We're talking about
I thought
Risky Business was 1981.
No, I'm not talking about Risky Business. I'm talking about other stuff.
Well,
like
you said movies other than the 90s, the 80s movies that we're talking about. And I was like, I realize that what you're saying is actually true. The part that I don't agree with is Chicago was never an also ran. If I was going to say a movie city that was an also ran, I would say Boston.
Yeah, that's true.
Chicago was never that. Boston is kind of like whatever. And usually when they make a movie in Boston, it's always dark and somebody got to die. So just saying. I mean, Mystic River, the
I've never seen that actually.
oh, bro, it's good, but it's dark. A
And-
lot of
and-
like
That's probably why I've never seen it.
Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams. What's the movie called?
You're just naming names to me, man.
Anyway,
Just
a lot of
throwing
movies
out
that take
names.
place in the Northeast can be really dark. Stephen King doesn't help matters. So that's why I was kind of
Oh yeah, like he did a lot of his in New York, right? New York and Boston.
No, all this stuff happens in Maine.
Even what's the name of the car? Christine? That was in Maine. I thought that was in New York.
A lot. Also, I'm sorry. A lot of his movies, 9 out of 10 of his movies, happen in the Northeast, usually Maine.
Oh, that's why I don't go there.
I don't
Matter
go
of
there
fact-
because I can't see myself.
I was
You
gonna
have to
say
go
the other reason ain't no black people there. So
Percentages
that's
are
what you gotta
low,
do.
sir. Percentages are low.
But I've been to Moab, Utah.
I was just gonna say it's cold, but
It
sure.
is cold, man.
I was just gonna say it's cold. I'm
If
good.
you don't like it cold, you don't want to go to the Northeast.
Man, yeah, apparently there are a lot of black people who like it cold. I'm just not one of them.
New Edition like the cold.
Yeah, they're from Boston. They had choices. You know. But yeah, I mean, shoot. So, one quick question, then we'll get up out of here. Name something that you bought for a significant other that you shouldn't have bought for Christmas for.
I have never bought anything for a significant other
That you regret?
that I regret, because the golden rule, as far as buying, well, in my case, a woman a Christmas present or birthday present, is don't buy them anything that would aid them in doing some work. That is a big no-no.
Yeah.
I have never, like, buying a woman a vacuum cleaner for her birthday
Oh.
or Christmas. Are you serious? It's like you don't want to get no more booty. I mean,
Who
boo, you
does
want to
that?
do that thing? No, I'm gonna just use this vacuum right now.
What do
Okay,
you mean who does that? Women do that.
but see, women
Or
do
vacuum
that.
or
No, I
Women
mean
do a lot of things
They'll,
that they
they'll
get
buy
away
men
with.
tools. And
Well, I'm
shit
talking about
like that.
dude. I'm talking about men. Who does that? What men do that? That's wild.
Oh, I'm sure
A lot
there's
of
some,
men, man,
I'm
a
sure
lot
there's
of-
some dude that's messed up.
A lot of
And they
idiots.
got sold by somebody. Oh, this vacuum is so amazing, and they're like, hey, you know, my wife would really love that. It make things more efficient. Yeah. And he probably talked himself into thinking he was doing her a favor. Like,
Mhm.
Oh, so that dude's controlling.
No, he's an idiot.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's just. I was gonna say gullible, but you could say idiot. Yeah, he should know better. I was gonna say gullible though.
Gullible has a part
cute
to it
feel,
that you
yeah.
just don't really.
Yeah, your wife would really like that.
No, no, I'm not. Don't get a woman. You have to get something that is totally a want, fulfilling a fantasy, whatever it is, but it can't help her do work. And the thing with women doing it, they get away with it because we actually want those tools.
I about to say, yeah, you know, we be
I mean,
happy about it.
Yeah,
mean,
but Black
that's-
Morticia Adams likes household items.
Yeah, she can say that all she wants to. I'm never buying her a vacuum.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say never, but not as a gift, like a Christmas gift. Like,
Yeah, because
if you're gonna do it, you're gonna just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
It'll be like a Saturday morning. It's like, hey, we need a new vacuum. I'll be right back. That's what that is. Oh, the washer broke down. Yeah, we got to get another. Nah, I'm talking.
Baby, I got you a
about-
new washer dryer set.
Yeah, okay. It better not be your birthday, sir. It better not be Christmas, because that'll be the last time you see that booty.
yeah, you won't even get no special occasion head no more. Like,
No.
it's over with.
You'll be watching freaking porn. You'll be watching porn for the rest of your freaking life. I'm just saying.
He said no special occasion head.
No.
Oh
I
god.
mean, you laugh, but
Sucky for
everybody,
you, sir. No sucky for
yeah,
you.
everybody
Ah,
knows.
Jesus.
Everybody know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. My wife's over there giggling at me right now. She know what time it is. He can mess around. Hey, look, he can mess around if he wants to. Guess what? He ain't gonna get.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Even if
that's
she asks
right.
for
That's
it?
right, boo boo, sucky. That's right.
What? Wow. All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
we don't play that in this household, sir.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
No,
So
so
you never.
it don't sound like we don't play that. It sounds like she don't play that.
No, it sounds like we have come to an understanding. I'm not stupid. And plus, my mom was really good at showing me what to do and what not to do.
You get her a dishwasher for Christmas if you want to.
Exactly. You get a dishwasher because the other one rotted because you didn't use it enough or it broke down or something. No, bro. If
Don't
it's
put a bow on that shit. Call it Christmas.
anniversary, special occasion, whatever it is, it better be whatever she wants, not what she needs. Because really, you got to provide what she needs anyway.
Oh,
Birthdays and Christmas are extra. You better find a way, sir. You got one job. Got one job.
So it's safe to say, and I'm not talking about your wives right now, but you've never gotten a significant other nothing for her birthday or Christmas that you should be like, maybe I shouldn't have thought. I should have thought a little better on that.
Absolutely. Some of my significant others and exes of the past, I can absolutely point out things that I should not have given.
Like what?
Any fucking thing.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be serious. As soon as he said, he gonna say something crazy.
So you're saying you should have got shit? Is that what you're saying? That's what it sounds like.
I mean, look. Sometimes as a guy, you just got to accept that. Some investments, you don't win on. And when you're in the dating process and you date somebody and you give them stuff and the relationship don't work out, technically that's kind of a bad investment. You didn't get any return on that investment. Then you might have got some short-term boost. The stock might have went up for a little while. You might have started getting some Saturday morning head out the blue or something. But at the end of the day, you ain't still with them. So like it's gone. So
you're saying you wouldn't spend $100 on a pair of Uggs for your girl? That's not your wife.
No, I'm saying if you did do that and you don't end up marrying and being with that person, it's a bad investment.
So you just chose not
to. It's
to
like playing the stock market on margin. It's on futures. And it's just like, bro, that is risky. You don't put your retirement in that.
So
slow and steady, baby.
So did you have, out of curiosity, because I gotta ask, was there a budget that you had for the non-wife / significant other who ain't gonna be your wife?
I mean, the budget was what, based on my ends. Like, to be honest, like I didn't stretch myself for anybody that I was.
How much you think you spent the most in one gift for a significant other that's not your wife? You too, AG.
The most expensive one I can remember off the top of my head is an iPhone, first generation iPhone.
You bought your girl a $500 iPhone?
It was $800.
It was $800 first.
Oh man,
first.
What the, bro?
Again, like I said, man, it's
clearly that investment went bad.
Not really, but I
Okay.
mean, really, because when I think about it now at this age, honestly, I don't think any man should be out here buying women anything. Because if you're going to talk to me about you just trying to get in my pants or you want something from me, how about we just don't buy anything for each other at all? How about that? Now, this is stupid because that'll never fly. I do want to say that before I move on. But I'm just saying, what if men just stop buying women things that if you're not wife material, you don't deserve my money. Just like if you're not, marriage material, why are you all up in my panties? How come one is fair and the other one is not? Because again, if you never sleep with a woman and she doesn't end up being your wife, that has little to do with how much money you'll spend on her. In fact, it has nothing to do with how much money you'll spend on her. Now, if she ends up being your wife, like Moby said, you got a return on your investment. But dating is expensive, and it's only one way. Like I said before, you dating a church girl and she's devout and she is not trying to give it up or whatever, it doesn't mean y'all ain't going to Olive Garden on your dime. Just means you're not getting whatever. That's what that means. So just a question, just throw it out there. Whoosh. Just saying.
But if she treated you similarly, would that
That'll
be
never
okay?
that is rare. It'll never happen because see, one person is obligated to do it. The other person I have to give you flowers because you gave me something. And it's so funny how women will talk about men. It's like, girl, he vacuumed and he thought he did something. Well, women do little things all the time, and if we don't say anything about it, the world ends. So let's put that out there first. Men are obligated to court women a certain way. And that way generally includes a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of everything that you possibly have. Your soul is depleted. Women, on the other hand, don't have to do anything but receive all the things that you do, and they get really particular about it. You didn't do it this way, you didn't do it that way. Then you got to go back to the drawing board and figure out how she wants it, this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. And then she breaks up with you, you have nothing. That's a real thing. It sounds dark, it is dark, but that's a real thing. So let's make sure we have this right. One gender has to do it. The other person, it's optional at best. Just saying.
Okay. All right. Moby.
I mean, what? What was the question?
Like, what's I mean, like your ends. You got your ends. What is most? I guess if you can give us a dollar amount, you don't gotta say what it is, but what's the most that you've ever spent on not on winter
Like for what? Like just a gift in
for
general?
Christmas? For Christmas to whatever significant other you had at the time.
I think it was ballpark in it. We're about ballpark around $2,900. Now, the good part about this is I was able to recoup all of those losses. But yeah, I spent about
What did you buy for Christmas?
Well, I bought a piece of jewelry and an engagement ring.
Wow.
But I got broke up with 6 days after Christmas, and I'm gonna need that back. Need that jewelry back.
And she gave it to you? Wow.
Well, she hadn't got the engagement ring yet.
Okay. I thought you gave her that. Okay.
No, she hadn't got the engagement ring yet. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that back. And I ate good on January 2nd, bro. Ate good on January 2nd.
So
I was
hold
sad,
on.
but I was eating good.
So what you were gonna do it on like New Year's or something?
I hadn't really decided when I was gonna do it yet, but I had decided I was gonna do it.
And then she was like, "You ain't shit."
Nah, it won't like that. It won't a you ain't shit speech. We still get
It's not you, it's me.
we
speech.
still good to this day. Well, I mean, technically, when you break up with somebody, it ain't you, it's them. Obviously, they ain't what you want. So, I mean, that's not an inaccurate statement. But nah, we were still good. Like this wasn't a shit on that person's story. It was just that's what happened.
He was just telling you the dollar amount, but there's a context to it. So
Okay.
And in those days, bruh, that was a lot of goddamn money. I mean, first
Oh,
of all,
right
in
now, that's a
these
lot of
days, though, but in those days,
it's even more
man,
money.
that was all of the money. That wasn't a lot. That was all the money.
Does she know that you were gonna propose to her? To this day?
I mean, if she listens to this podcast,
knows
I guess
now.
she'll know.
She knows now.
Wow. So that's the first engagement you'd ever purchased?
Yeah, I've only done two. Only purchased two. So
I mean, hey, I mean, nice. Wow. I didn't know that.
I mean, I didn't publicize it. I didn't publicize it twofold. One, because like that ain't really something to publicize, and two, honestly, it wasn't like it was a bad breakup or anything. It wasn't like it was a you ain't shit breakup. It was like, hey, this ain't working for one side. And I was like, oh shit. I thought it was working on my end. I guess you know what I'm saying? I guess we weren't on the same page there.
I mean, you feel like you avoided a bullet?
A bullet? Nah. But in retrospect, I feel like it was exactly what was supposed to happen because I don't perceive us having to work. I mean, maybe it would have worked, but the years after that, I wouldn't say I changed, but like I grew. And
Yeah,
I don't know if that same growth would have happened A
with
without
her.
that experience and then B like with her. So nah. I mean, and then saying to dodge a bullet, like I feel like that's throwing like salt or shade on that person. And it has nothing to do with them. Like I think even though I wanted to be engaged and get married eventually, I'm not sure I was ready. But then again, I wasn't getting engaged didn't mean we was gonna get married tomorrow. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I was in a place to really do right by that.
Okay. That's right. Moby speaking about his feelings.
Is that new? I speak about my feelings all the time, man.
I mean, you ain't never talk about nothing like this. For real, for real.
I'm in depth like a motherfucker, man. I get deep all the time, baby.
And there it is.
I'm super self aware.
Oh God. All right.
I got plenty of feelings that ain't none of your goddamn business.
Well, we appreciate the fact that you share some of those with us.
You know,
on a
Ruben,
very
I'm so
rare
glad
occasion.
you open yourself up for those things. It's always hilarious. It's always so funny.
Hey, man, it's one of those things where sometimes you got to throw up the alley and hope it gets dunked on.
Yeah. It
I mean,
always
how much have you spent? Like, how much of your bread did you spend?
Oh, wow.
I mean,
didn't
no,
buy-
you gonna ask us two questions and then think you just gonna get out?
Yes.
That was a plan,
He
actually.
thinks that all the
That was a
time.
plan.
Yes.
That was a
Yes.
plan. I'm
Hey, man,
so
don't worry
I'm
about
not.
it. Just share, man. It ain't tricking if you got
I'm,
it. That's what the song
I mean,
says.
I ain't got it. I ain't never had it. So no, I mean, I never did. I'm not a big Christmas person, and I don't know why. I'm not.
Really?
Shut up. However, I've had purchased jewelry before, um, for past significant other. That's probably as far as that. I mean, I don't remember how much it was because it's been a minute. But yeah, I mean, I bought jewelry before, but I've only purchased jewelry for one person. Um, but yeah, just because I'm not a jew, like I don't wear jewelry, and I suck at choosing jewelry. I'm just not good at it. So, um, lack of experience probably.
I'm sure there's some woman out there right now saying practice makes perfect.
I was thinking the same thing.
Practice makes perfect. We'll figure it out for you. There's some woman right now that can't wait to help you out with your problem.
Yes.
Because
Use discretion, sir.
I guess because I'm really a believer. If once I start buying jewelry for you, that means, we're taking steps to, like it's not for me. I'm not gonna buy jewelry for somebody I first met. That's not happening. I mean, honestly, I'm old school. I'm probably like a year in, maybe I'll drop some jewelry on you. But yeah,
I don't think that's unreasonable. I mean, maybe in today's standards where you can't take a chick to Cheesecake Factory, that seems unreasonable. But I think by most logical people, they don't expect you to be dropping out jewelry within the first year.
yeah.
I mean,
And that's a whole lot of what how do I want to say it? It's a whole lot of yeah. I'm not a good gift purchaser for people. I'm not good at it. So
I mean, how you gonna judge if you good at giving gifts? Ain't it the other person's responsibility to judge whether the gift was good or not?
man, some people be like, "Oh, thank you," and they think, man, it's some shit. But
Are
you
you
never
doing
know.
that because that's what you do, like with your gifts?
You did
I will say this. I have been known to do that before. Mentally. Thanks.
I mean, and that's crazy because you're not even a dad yet. Like, you're not even a dad or a husband yet. Like, I feel like you shouldn't get to the point where you like are mentally like questioning your gifts until you become like a dad, or because like dads get like the universal gifts. You get a tie, some socks, a random thing that you're never gonna wear or use. And then when you have little kids, like they do the cute things where they make gifts for you with art stuff, and you gotta act like it's the greatest thing. Oh my God, you put your handprint on a piece of canvas. This is the greatest thing ever. Because it actually is. I still have all those things that Carrie and Cadence gave me too. And I keep them even though I'm joking about it. Like those things did mean the world to me. But realistically, those are shitty ass gifts. Like,
You're so wrong. On so
I'm just saying,
many
when you get the ugly ass tie and the socks, those are shitty gifts. But you got to be like, this is great. Thank you. Because as a guy that created the whole idea, it's the thought that counts. Because I swear to God, I ain't never heard no woman be like, it's the thought that counts. Nah, bitch, it's the gift that counts.
Thank you for the intro, Moby. Yet again,
Yeah, I mean,
that is hilarious.
yeah, man. Like I'm just at this point in time, man. I'm as far as giving gifts, like I got nieces and nephews and grandnieces and grandnephews. But some of them are still young, so they'll probably get a stuffed animal. Like because when you're 1 or 2, I mean,
Just get in boxes. They like to play in boxes anyway.
see, I ain't about to do all that. That's trifling.
I'm
It's
just saying
so-
when you give little kids big gifts and boxes, they end up playing in the boxes and
Yeah,
after gift.
I ain't gonna lie, and my brother gonna laugh when I say this. I have thought about getting one of my nieces like a tiny gift and just put it in a big ass box, and then like put a whole bunch of stuff in it. Oh, she's like 10 now, just to make her go through.
Be brilliant.
Yeah, see, AG is like, man, that's some foul shit, bro.
When you're 10, that's just wrong, man. But I mean, when she's 5, yeah, that works out.
I did see an internet gift one time, and this dude, I think it was when the PS3 was out. This dude had a PS3 box and wrapped it. So when the kid opened it up and all that was in the box was like a controller, but there was no game system.
That's cold.
And I was and like I'm thinking, oh, so he's gonna bring it out. And he was like, nah. Remember when I told you if your grades won't right, you won't get no. I'm like, oh my God,
Bro,
that is like guerrilla warfare right there, man.
I mean, that's just like the dad who ran over the kid's Xbox because he decided to steal shit at school.
I think that is a little different.
You're crazy in your face. I agree with that too.
I mean, because like he already had the Xbox, he didn't do what he was told. The game system got run over. Okay. This is like something you didn't even have to do. You could have told the kid, well, you already did. It's saying you ain't getting jack if your grades ain't right. But you're going to take the time to buy it. Take everything out of the box except for the controller. Wrap the box, give it to the kid, and just watch that trauma. That's hardcore.
AG.
Yes.
5 letters, baby.
What?
Petty.
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 The petty is strong in that one, sir.
Why do you have to be petty? You were in control of the situation. You're the parent.
AG,
Happy early birthday, Blackwood Tish Adams.
I'm not here for that level of petty either. I'm just not. But I'm just saying, but if you're gonna choose to be petty,
you gotta go big.
You gotta go big. You gotta go big.
That is something that will come back to bite you.
Maybe. And that's all the more reason to go big on your petty.
Yeah.
If you know your petty is gonna have to come back to bite you one day, you might as well get your money's worth in the petty present.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
If you know your future is going, if you know that future karma gonna come back to get you, you gotta revel in that petty present. It's got to be so big that when you get your get back, you be like, yeah, I had that coming, but it was worth it. It was worth it,
bro.
Okay. As long as it was worth it.
That's all. That's like all those wedding joints, man. When significant other finds out that the other person been cheating, and just different ways of put it out. Like I saw one where they had video, and right before the vows, he had the little speech, and he says, "And let's look at the wall," and then the video of her and one of his friends doing the nasty was up there, and he was just like, "See, this is why there will be no wedding today," and she's like broke up to the flow up.
And I'm gonna tell you, that's a bitch move. And the reason I'm gonna say that's a bitch move, man, I ain't gonna have my mama out here and have all these people show up to the wedding just so I can clown a hoe. Like, nah, man, I ain't about to have my family up here just so I can clown a hoe, man.
But
He ain't wrong about that. He ain't wrong about that.
Hold on,
that was good.
It depends, because if your mama told you, "Don't marry that hoe, don't do all that," and then right before you show it, you look at mom, I love you, and I very much apologize for not listening to you. And
First
then
of
you
all,
show it.
You don't know Yolanda Brown, because the one thing I damn sure ain't doing is I'm not about to justify or verify anything that she has said, so she can always bring that shit up for the rest of my motherfucking life now. So now every time she says something, remember last time you listened to me, that heifer was out here sucking on everybody.
We gotta get your mom on the show.
I am not getting
talking about her like a dog.
Hold on, these are not me talking about her. This is straight up true. I am not about to have Yolanda Brown with more ammunition of the "I told you so's," because this woman is still bringing up shit that I talked about in like '97. You remember that time? I'm like, Mom, that was in the 6th grade. I'm saying you should have listened to me then. Like, yo, that's talking about 30 years ago. Like, I mean, so I damn sure ain't gonna give it this much ammunition. So every woman I bring to a family function for now, she can judge and then be like, "Was this heifer gonna do the same thing the last trick did?" Like, no, man.
I was sure he was like,
but AG, she still talks about Tina, bro.
You know what? That blew my mind last week. That blew my mind last week.
I don't even know who Tina is. I ain't never heard of Tina.
And the thing
Tina's
was,
high school. It's high school.
It took Mo B being married to Winter for her to stop doing it publicly, but she still did it on the slide. I was like, what?
Gotta love the petty.
Wow.
Man. Gotta love the petty.
Has she asked about Tina this week?
Nah, she don't bring Tina up like that.
Well, you told us that.
No, I said there was a long stretch of time where it didn't matter who I brought around, she would still bring up Tina.
Okay, but you said it stopped when you got married to Winter, though, right?
It did. But
it stopped publicly. It didn't stop though. Real, right?
See, it wasn't just Tina, because she'll bring up other people. Like, she'll bring up Ashley. I don't mind saying the name. She'll bring up Ashley. Like, I found out when Ashley has life events going on in her life from my mom. My mom would be like, "Oh, did you know Ashley was pregnant again?" "Actually, I did not. Thank you for informing me." "Oh, Ashley got married?" "Oh, for real? I didn't know that either." And you don't talk to Ashley anymore? I'm like, yo, I do talk to Ashley from time to time, but it be the hey, ain't seen you conversations, or
the once a year joint.
Not even that. We or something funny will come up, and we do the meme conversation where you see a funny clip, you send a funny clip, ha ha ha, thought about you, remember that time, boom, and we done. Like, we don't get into the deep. We both married with kids. Most of our deep conversation comes from, damn, we old as fuck. All we do is talk about our kids. Yeah, that's all we do. Talk about our kids. Her tribe of boys and my tribe of girls. Like,
wow. All right. Woo. This has been
her tribe a lot bigger than mine, though. Like,
yeah.
She got 4 boys. And
I was going to say, you stopped it too.
Yeah. She a better person than me, because I four nah.
I mean, she's trying to get a football team, bro.
Hey, look,
offensive line. What's going on?
She one player away from having a star in 5. I'm just saying, she one player away from having a star in 5. But I mean, I couldn't imagine supporting more than 2 terrorists. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. So AG, man, what's on your mind, bro?
Y'all are actually.
Is that
I just
scary?
want at the end of the year, we've done 52 shows. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all, I don't know. I don't really have the words, which is rare, but I will say I appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's been a good year. So thank y'all. Appreciate you.
We appreciate you too, AJ. Well, at least I do. I don't know about him, but
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
all right, Moby, what's on your mind, sir?
I mean, I have a great appreciation for everyone on this show as well. I mean, I don't know why you're gonna say I don't know about him. Like,
I
of
ain't
course,
speaking for you, bro.
this is your show, man. You can do whatever you want, man.
See, that's why I don't speak for you.
5-minute warning. With
It
Ruben-
doesn't say whatever.
With
That's
Ruben
not
Grant.
the title. That is
Ruben-
not the title. You're the worst. You're the worst. You want to make that the title so bad, but it ain't the title.
I mean, look, when I go to Spotify, it says 5-minute warning. Ruben L. Brown.
I mean, that don't mean
It
it's the
does say
title.
that. It does say that. He is
Yeah.
not wrong. It does say that.
You know what? Now I'm gonna put both of y'all up there so I can.
Look, I'm good. I'm good. That means I love this role. I ain't got no responsibility. I can say a whole bunch of reckless shit, and they mad at Ruben L. Brown, man.
Nah, they
me.
mad at Moby out.
That's
That doesn't
fine.
do anything for me.
It ain't my podcast. I'm just a featured artist, baby. Like you just, I just slid on this track, dropped to 16, and left. Like
Oh,
that's.
God. This dude here.
Nah, I mean, what's on my mind is like I'm not gonna be humble for a second. Like I appreciate the fact that y'all let me come up here and just say whatever the fuck I want to say with no negative repercussions that I know about. I mean, I'm sure somebody one day is gonna pull these things out and use some of my words against me, and those terrorists probably live with me, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, it was a different time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a white people that thing. It was a different time. You gotta understand, times were different then. Like, back in the day, you call your kids terrorists and them little niggas didn't matter. Yeah.
Hi, this is CPS. I've been told that you're emotionally scarring your children. We need to come in and check out the
man.
Well, first of all, this says it's for mature audiences. So if them little terrorists are listening, that's their fault.
He's
They're
not,
not
he's not
supposed to
wrong.
listen to TV.
They were warned.
Yeah, it's their fault.
Hey,
But no, man, it was a good year, man. Christmas. God, I can't believe Christmas is next week. This year,
I mean, you got a Christmas tree right behind you.
bro. Yeah, I know, but time moved downhill, man. Like I feel like every year gets shorter. Hell, I feel like the days are shorter. I feel like the sun go down earlier now. It'd be like, it'd be like 4:00, and I'm like, damn, it's already getting dark. The fuck, man.
It's time for me to be done with work.
I mean, yeah, I wish I could say that too, but
The signs of getting old.
yeah, man. Like now, it'd be like 9:00 at night, and I'd be yawning. Like, man, it's kind of getting late. I'll be wanting to watch NBA basketball games. They'd be like, yeah,
Awesome.
game starts at 11:30. I guess I won't be watching that one.
What game you watch that start at 11:30?
All the West Coast games on
They
TNT.
usually start at 10 or 10:30.
I mean, 10, 11:30 is all the same because you sleep.
All that shit run together, baby. I wake up in the middle of the night, be the fourth quarter, be 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, well, I guess it was a good game. I guess I see them highlights tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know what any NBA team looks like no more, man. I just know a couple highlights. And most of the young dudes have the same hairstyle, which kind of makes it confusing to watch because they kind of all look the same. Yeah, I'm sounding old. So
You sound so like an old man right now.
Look,
Jesus.
fuck it. I ain't lying. Just because I sound old don't mean I'm lying. But yeah, that's all that's on my mind, man. It was a good year, and I'm going to enjoy these 2 weeks off. I know Ruben's going to be miserable during these 2 weeks, but yeah, we're going to have 2 Sundays. Bro, don't act like that. Every Sunday we don't have a show. You probably be hugged up, depressed. You probably have your microphone on, talking for no reason.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Now.
Probably look at the mirror before you go to bed on Sunday night. And as always, peace, deuces, hair grease.
That is so horrible.
Peace, deuces, and hair grease.
And then you say it all out of order.
Well, I was assuming you be
Well,
in
he
the
doesn't even
bathroom.
say hair grease.
I assume you in the bathroom, like, giving your nightly routine, because that's what I always assume you get your call from. Like,
No, not at all.
Peace,
Jesus.
deuces, and hair.
I don't tell myself peace. What kind of shit is that? Look in the mirror.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna see you in 2 seconds.
Oh, that was hilarious.
You're so stupid. You done?
sure,
Oh, I'm just making sure.
yeah, I'm good.
Sky, man. See, and I'm sitting here. I'm gonna talk about how much I appreciate both of y'all, and then this guy.
Hold on, I started with how much I appreciate y'all. I started with that.
I did too. Well, I'm trying to. This guy. So, nah, man. As always, I do appreciate y'all because without y'all, this show don't go. I'm nowhere near as funny without y'all. So, I'm more of an annoyance without y'all. So, I will say this though. I got a pseudo compliment the other day. The first part of it was, I was at one of the places where I work, and it was like, yeah, how old are you? You're about 33? I was like, oh, bless your heart. And I was like, and then she was like, you're married? I was like, no. You give off marriage vibes. I was like, what? How do I get off married vibe? Because my thing is, I'm not married. Why would I give off that I'm married? Like,
I'm curious how you give off marriage vibes too.
so then the person was like, well, this is how I tell you how the world is crazy. Well, because, when you come in and talk, you're so nice and you don't really speak derogatory or anything like that. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, man, these kids have made a low bar in this world.
Holy
think
shit! That means I must not give up no marriage vibes.
And I was just like, nah, I mean, I don't know if I appreciate that or not, but I'm not married, not even close. Like, it's like, oh, blah blah blah. And I guess the other part, I think she really wanted to say, she's like, well, you don't try to hit on me. And I'm just like,
I was about to say, like, I think the only way this younger generation feels like you truly give off marriage vibes. So you've been talking to me a long time, and you ain't tried to proactively put your dick in me.
yeah. And I mean,
you must be married.
And she's married. And I'm just kind of like, I was like, yeah, no, I don't be just randomly putting my dick in women. Not randomly anyway. Now, whatever. But yeah, I was kind of taken aback a little bit by it. But hey, so I got to fix that problem. Because if I give off marriage vibes, that could be a reason why I'm still single. I just don't understand that. But
I mean, hold on. Do you hug her? Have you
No.
ever hugged her?
no.
Has she ever seen you hug somebody?
I mean, the side hug.
See, that's why you give off marriage vibes. You out here giving hoes dick-free hugs. Like, that's a key indicator that you are married.
Hey, man, it's like this, man.
Because I'm a professional with that. Like, the whole midsection, way
Well,
over
yeah.
here. Like,
When it-
way over here. Like,
Because when they coming in, I turn side
I
because
turn to the side.
what's not gonna happen? There, cameras here. I ain't touching you.
You know what? I mentally realize I do something. I always turn to the left. Like, I'm always trying to, like, even keep my wedding ring out of the hug. Like, nope. Uh-uh.
Yeah, out here, Keanu Reeves, hugging people without touching them.
No, man, because it's like children, man. Because children be coming in full bore with no care, and it's just like, nah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. To me, it's whatever. But I thought about it. I was like, wow, whatever I'm doing, I got to fix this shit. Because if I'm getting off marriage vibes, this is completely.
No,
what
don't
I'm
fix
trying to
too
do.
much because sometimes women say that.
I was about to
because
say,
you give them a feeling of security and stability.
yeah, I was about to say, like,
That's a good
marriage
thing.
vibes, kind of a good thing too. So,
Well, She did say somebody else looks like a creeper, and I was just like, well, no, I don't act like that. So
Because I never got hit on before until I put a wedding ring on. True story. I don't remember. I can't remember any time of a woman proactively approaching me till I put on a wedding ring.
well, I mean, I couldn't tell unless they actually said I'm hitting on you. I wouldn't be able to tell it.
Well, that's pretty much what it was. Somebody was that damn direct.
I need that in my life. I need direct, because this whole dropping breadcrumb shit ain't worth it. I ain't got time to decipher. Getting old, bitch. So, but nah, man. Nah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate people who listen, who take the time and deal with, us, because
All 2 hours of us.
yeah, this is crazy. But I figured it's the last one.
Last show,
Yeah.
man.
Last show of the year.
Season
figured-
finale. Season finale.
It's not a season finale, goddamn. I figured AG wouldn't be too mad.
Nah, because it's the last show of the season. I figured it would be something like this.
But nah, man. But serious up, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate y'all too. I appreciate the people who listen to us, because as another podcast said, this podcast is pretty terrible, but we appreciate y'all listening. So, yeah, man. 2024, we still gonna do it. Probably the same way. Maybe some changes here and there, but if it ain't broke, let's keep going. So, Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year to everyone. Once again, the next 2 Sundays, we will not be here, but feel free to go to our YouTube catalog or go to wherever you get a podcast, and you go ahead and listen to the old stuff. And if I'm correct, I was told that we might get some sort of gift by the end of the year. AG, is that correct?
Yes, there will be. This episode will come out Thursday or Friday,
Mhm.
but there'll be 2 best of. So, yes.
Okay. 2?
Well, the 2 for each week we're gone.
Oh, shit. All right. So, and Moby left us already. So, he's like, I'm out this bitch. So, he's like, God damn it, shut up. It's time to go. But yeah, man, once again, I appreciate everybody. Have a good holiday season. We'll be back in 2024. And like always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Nugman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Nugman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of